What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. Hope you guys enjoyed Monday's vlog where I reviewed the Young Bucks book From the Backyards to the Big Leagues. Killing the Business from the Backyards to the Big Leagues, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so if you haven't checked that out, please do. So, with that being said, let's get into today's vlog. I'm going to give you guys another book review that I just finished reading, and that is of another professional wrestler by the name of John Moxley. If you are a WWE fan, you may know him as Dean Ambrose, former member of the Shield, but no, he is John Moxley, former AEW World Champion and current member of the Blackpool Combat Club with Wheeler Yuta and Brian Danielson, managed by William Regal. So his book is really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you read the book like I have, you would know that, and are a wrestling fan, you would know that he's very outspoken. He's not afraid to say what is on his mind and how he feels about things, and that's what you get with this book, man. It's such a great book. It's 100% written by him. I heard when he was on a recent episode of Chris Jericho's podcast, Talk Is Jericho, talking about the book and the process that went behind the book. He said that he wrote the entire thing himself on a MacBook. Shout out, which is what I'm recording on right now. So shout out to him for writing his book on a MacBook. I'm a very avid Apple user. I will defend Apple to the day that I die. I don't care what other people have to say. You know, all my friends are a lot of my friends are Android users, but no, I'm an Apple guy. But anyway, getting back to John Moxley's book, man. No, he said that he didn't want anybody to mince his words, and he wasn't afraid. He doesn't pull any punches in this book, man. It's so him. So the format of this book is basically, it is an autobiography, but it isn't a linear autobiography. And by what I mean by that is, it doesn't take the traditional path of, hey, I was born here, then growing up, then going into junior high school, then getting into the business, and his early days in the business is not that. So what he does is, he bounces around in his he bounces around with parts of his life. He doesn't really tell you everything about his life, but he tells you most about his life, most of the stuff about his life. So the first story of him is, him leaving WWE and going to AEW and chronicling that night of the first ever uh, Double or Nothing pay per view in Las Vegas a couple of years back, and how he felt leaving WWE and going to AEW and all that, and then he'll work from there, and he works from there. So then he talks about growing up, and the thing that he talks about his father, and him getting into fights in school and stuff. So it's really cool, and in between him in between him talking about his life, he'll talk about jokes that wrestlers have told him. He talks about a few jokes that he tells a few jokes that Claudio Castagnoli, aka Cesaro, to WWE fans told him, and all that cool stuff. And one of the most unique things about his book is the fact that he tells you that, what do you call it? He'll, like, in between chapters, he'll talk about an album that really influenced him, and why that album influenced him, and he'll just tell a story about music. He's an avid music lover and a hell of a movie buff, man. And he also does that with movies. He'll talk about, like, he talks about the influence that Point Break had on his career with Keanu Reeves and The Terminator, and why he loves that movie so much, and he does that with several movies in the book. So I thought that was a really, really cool piece of him, just giving you an outside perspective away from the business of what kind of person he is and what influenced him and what he likes and his hobbies and stuff. He talks about his wife Renee Paquette or Renee Young to WWE fans. He talks about her and how they met. It's just a really really good book, and also my favorite part, and it's not because my favorite part. And when he said this on the podcast, I didn't believe him. I thought it was actually very very funny, but no, it is actually true. He said there is a chapter on in the book about him, about the art of making the perfect sandwich, and that is true. There is, and he talks about how the what kind of bread it should be on, and the perfect ratio of ingredients to condiments. It's just very very well written, man. I enjoyed the crap out of his book, and it is a very very fun read. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, man, it's just a very fun read, man. So I definitely encourage you to go out and pick it up if you have the chance to find it. It's on Amazon. It's everywhere. Even if you don't want to pick up the physical copy, you can get it on Kindle or wherever you get your ebooks at, man. Definitely read it, listen to it, do whatever you gotta do. Just check it out, man. It's called Mox, and it's by John Moxley, man. So just read it and enjoy it. And with that being said, that's gonna wrap up this vlog. And like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video, man. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.